I hear a hum.
It's you and Leah that need to know the time more than anybody else.
I'm live.
That one works. That one I'm not here to So I think we screwed out that song.
Yeah, it's Ching. Humming up this side. Still hear it? We have at least two songs.
Yeah, so there's like a little.
Thank you, Kumu. That was beautiful, as always. Welcome, everybody. Good morning and aloha to everybody here and those online as well. We are a live stream, and it's so sweet that we can share all the beauty that the center brings to people every Sunday morning online as well as here on the lanai. My name is Leah, and I'll be your facilitator this morning. Another gorgeous morning in Hawaii. Aren't we blessed? First thing we're going to have is a Science of Mind reading. And Jamie's going to help out with that. Thank you, Jamie.
Aloha, good morning. The topic is a lofty and sacred purpose. If you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be. Maya Angelou. The eyes brighten with friendliness and good cheer when animated by the light of love, joy, faith, or noble purpose. Ernest Holmes. What do you want to be when you grow up? I thought I wanted to be an award-winning actor, journalist, zoologist, history teacher, bookstore owner, and rock star. But I think we should stop asking young people this ridiculous question. Don't get me wrong, there are certainly people who just know what they want and can go on to achieve it. For the rest of us, the power of decision takes us on a winding road. All this focus on striving and achieving can get us off course of the life we're meant for. There have been days in my life when just getting out of bed in the morning was punishment. Ernest Holmes wrote, "Any belief which would seek to separate that which I am from that which you are would be an illusion, no matter how lofty or how sacred its purpose." If asked this today, I would say that when I grow up, I want to be happy. Living an authentic life, determined to be loving presence for the world around me, is the purpose that motivates me. I recognize the noble purpose in being present for the moment. I'm in an attentive relationship with the living presence of spirit. The lofty, sacred purpose before each of us is to be present for the moment before us and shine a light on the illusion that we are separate from one another and separate from spirit. The gift you give the world today is your authentic and magnificent self. And that was by Reverend Stephen St. Amand. And today's affirmation, I'm going to read it out loud and then break it down. We can say it together. I listen to the God voice inside me, cheering me on to my highest expression. I fulfill my noble purpose through loving acts and joyful thinking. So all together, I listen to God voice inside me, cheering me on to my highest expression. I fulfill my noble purpose through loving acts and joyful thinking.
Jamie wears many hats, and she's also our lay minister, and she's going to present Kumu with the light this morning. She may. Wow, that's beautiful, Jamie. Well, I'm looking around at some new faces and familiar faces. Isn't it nice to be gathered here this morning? We are so blessed. It's time for our opening prayer or silent meditation, and I think it's lovely to go inside. So I'm going to suggest everybody cross your feet and your legs and put your feet on the floor, and if it feels good to you, take your shoes off too. And we get to go into a silent place inside of us. Maybe since this morning's presentation is all about the gifts that we have, those gifts that we were born with, and then we learn to use, and are we using them? Maybe we can focus on something of that nature when we go inside. I will ring the chime to start, and I will ring it again to finish. So let's all close our eyes together. Let's take 3 deep breaths together so we can be together. 1. Let it out. 2. Let it out. 3. Let it out. Welcome back to the room. I'm sure Kumu has some more beautiful music for us. Thank you.
Aloha mai.
Thank you. Well, here at the New Thought Center of Hawaii, we are a multi-faith spiritual community. I know when I found this location in September of in August of last year, oh, it's a year ago, wow. I was divinely guided here, and I'm so glad that I'm here because I've made so many lovely friends, and it's a place where we can all come together and be in our sacred spot together, be in our joy together, be in our stretching and growing together. After all, as souls in human form, I think that's maybe part of why we're here. At least that's my take. With this center is to provide a sanctuary of aloha for the nourishment, development, and evolution of each person's unique individual spiritual path. I think that's beautiful because I'm sure we've all experienced places and people that do not live that way. And when we can come together in aloha, be ourselves, be authentic, and love each other no matter what, that's a beautiful gift. Our history is that this group evolved from the Kona Community Church of Religious Science. It was founded in 1971. We have held Sunday services continuously from that time, previously in Keala, and since 1999 here in Keala. Thanks to the pandemic of 2020 and 2021, we have developed the technical abilities to hold our services online too. So that's why we're live stream and we can share with anybody out there. It's wonderful. Our connection to the wider world is that we are affiliated with International New Thought Alliance. It's an umbrella organization that brings together groups and individuals who share common beliefs and attitudes. Among them, the idea that a new thought embodied in consciousness produces a new condition. That's a quote by Judge Thomas Troward. INTA also includes many unity and religious science churches and centers for spiritual living. Our beautiful logo here was created by Marty Breyer. Isn't that beautiful? I love how it incorporates us all. Okay. Now it's time to welcome any guests. Do you have any first time? No, we have one first time that I met her already. First time people here, if you're comfortable standing up. And shall I pass? I guess we'll use this microphone.
Your name and where you're from.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Ramira, and I'm originally from Maryland, lived in Tallahassee, Florida for 7 years, and now I'm here in the Kailua Kona area for 2 months now.
Hi everyone, my name is Saiki. I'm originally from China and I'm based in Sydney. I've been visiting for 2 weeks and there's another 2 weeks to go. So, nice being here.
Hello everyone, I'm Alex and I'm from China and it's my friend. I came here almost 1 month.
Wonderful. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you and welcome to you all, of course. Now we're going to come back around again and respond to Kumu's. Introduce yourself, please. So we all know each other's names, even though some of us already do. And then we're going to answer, if you're comfortable to do so, Kumu's question of the day. His question is what is your why for being in Hawaii? Why are you here? I guess I have the mic, so I'll go first. I have made it a 38-year dream come true by being here. I've been here 14 months now. I have family on the island, and I came visiting for 38 years, and every time I got on the airplane to leave, I'd be crying. Why am I crying? I'm going home to California. But now I'm leaving my home. So spiritually, this island has been calling me all that time, and I'm finally here, and I'm just so blessed and happy that I'm here. For the aloha that's here, and also because I'm a water girl, I'm a mermaid. I scuba dive, I snorkel, I sail, I kayak, and now I'm on a paddle team, and I can be honored in the water all year long, and that to me is a great blessing. But the other great blessing for me is all the beautiful friendships and healthy, happy, loving relationships I've made in the time I'm here. I'm very blessed. Thank you. All right, here we go. Why
So
are you in Hawaii?
I know we're short for time, so the answer should be happiness.
Oh, one word, sorry.
I mean, it's great that we are led, but you're gonna take all my time, and I don't mind. I do not mind. But when I present, I was always say, Kumu, it needs one word. So my one word would be, of course, me, love. Your name first, and then the question.
Yeah, I am happy. I've traveled to a few places, and to each one of them, I've felt called to especially connect with the Aina. And I feel that's been the reason why I'm here too, throughout the years. Connect with the poor of the Aina people. And the unfoldment that's constantly going on the ground, out into the highest dimension. So I'm grateful to be here.
Good morning, Jamie. Why? Remembering an ohana.
Pasha. Grandparents came to Hawaii early in the 20th century, but it took me a while to find my way back.
J-Lo, and probably the beauty of the island, and also my family.
Kalani and family, so visit my mom and dad, and also to recharge my battery for when I don't have to go back to North Carolina. So Hawaii recharges me.
Peace Eagle until December 10th, which is Pasha's birthday. Peace Eagle. I came to Hawaii at Master Subramania's kind of invitation to this island. He said, come back to your people.
Keep going.
Good morning, my name is Reagan.
to live, learn, and love.
I'm Jan, one word, beauty.
Aloha, my name's Eddie, and I would say a calling.
Aloha, Marcus. I would say healing for me. Aloha.
Hi, I'm Patty, and I'm just here to be with my community.
Aloha. Yeah, that word definitely drew me here. I was on my way to Bali, but I got work as a massage therapist immediately and realized I was here to learn Lomi Lomi. My name's Candy. Just lucky to live Hawaii.
Hi, I'm Lara, and I'm here to connect to the magic.
I'm Sarah. The carpet is
Carpet?
turned up.
Turn it up.
Psyche again. The word is searching.
Aloha, this is Jessica. Came here for learning.
Aloha. It's my first time to here, and it's my first time to Hawaii. It's a lovely place, and I love.
Aloha, I'm Amanda, and for me, it's what it means to be alive.
Greetings again, Ramira. My word is release.
I am Vivek, and the island called me.
Kaimana, I came home for Aloha in the Aina.
Aloha, I'm Cindy, and I came here for health, mental, spiritual, and physical. Margie, and my spirit guide.
I'm Shelva, and I was living in New Zealand, and it was very cold. And I had a friend come visit me that I worked with in Florida, and she said, "Oh, go to Hawaii. It's beautiful. It's lovely. There's so much love." And so when I left New Zealand, I packed up, moved here, and that was 35 years ago.
Aloha, Cindy. It's home.
Joe, it's part of my journey.
My name is Johnny, and I was spiritually drawn here, and then I guess pulled from things and my own healing process. But the biggest thing for me is to do service here, and that's really called me, so I'm doing that work now.
One more. Oh yeah, so Palmer.
I'm Palmer. To connect with and share the spirit of aloha.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sure Kumu has some more music for us. Thank you, Kumu. We normally do miracles and ordinaries, and Kumu, I'm gonna let you call it. Want to skip that this morning since we all had a chance to chat a bit, especially me being long-winded. Shall we skip it so you have a little more time? No, we're gonna do time for okay, we're gonna do miracles and ordinaries. That is the opportunity for anybody in the room to share a miracle or an ordinary, little thing, big thing, whatever it is that happened to you recently or whenever that you'd like to share for us to hear your story.
I'll share my story. So, in my story, an ordinary, maybe miracle, I'm not sure, but to pay attention, and that's part of the lesson that Kumu will share today. One of them is I journeyed to Tahiti. And on my journey to Tahiti, the group that I was with was a group of Japanese, a local Japanese company that asked me to accompany them. And I said, sure. But the story behind that is I've been working with them for the past 12 years. I've given them ceremonies, cultural practices. We've been up and down Mauna Kea, helping them to really connect with the stories of Hawaii. So it's been a long, long journey for them as well as for me. And so we journeyed to the Tuamotus. The first island was Ahe, and Ahe was very similar to Kona Village. So not much, was able to swim with the sharks and enjoy what Hawaii was back in the days. Very, very untouched, and very, very sweet. And all the food was just caught right there in the ocean. So that was beautiful to reconnect. Ordinary, miracle, whatever the blessing, I think it was wonderful. Healing, absolutely. Then we journeyed over to another Tuamotu island, which is Manihi. And there, the group planned to take me to a marae. A marae is very similar to our heiau. A heiau is a temple. So in Kona, we have about 4,000 documented temples. The North Kona district is known as Ahu'olono. Ahu'olono is very peaceful side of the entire island. Was told that many of the ali'i would come through North Kona. If they had to go battle their cousins on the other districts, they would come to the north side, release, and then more than likely they wouldn't need to battle. Well, we went to this beautiful marae, and actually we were scheduled to go look at another one, which is probably more public. And so the elder there told us, oh no, that's not the marae. The marae is right here. So of course I said, just take me to the marae. So we went to the marae and it was absolutely beautiful. And so my preparation was to do my very first ceremony blessing utilizing ava. And ava is a medicinal plant, and of course having no idea what would happen. But when we went there, this location was just full of plants. I wouldn't say weeds, plants, because all of those plants were very medicinal to these Tuamotu people. But as we started to clean up, there are huge trees all situated on this temple. And as we cleaned up, it was like us moving the rug off, and it just rolled, all the foliage just rolled off. The trees, as tall as I am, they just came right out of the ground. So I was moved to tears thinking, wow, the elders of this heiau, this temple, just released the roots so that the roots would just open up. We were there for about hour and a half, and everything was released very quickly within 45 minutes. We were able to clean it all up. Not knowing how to conduct a ceremony like this, far away from Hawaii, guided by the spirit, we conducted this ceremony. I asked our Tuamotu people to provide some coconut water, and they placed the water in the bowl, and we put the ava. We were able to now serve the ava. this drink to everyone. It was like a cleansing. The people of the Tuamotu people was having no idea what was about to happen. They were full of tears. And so they just looked at me and they just smiled and they could understand that the whole marae was to bring all the cultures of the Pacific to this one location. So I was really, really excited and blessed. The next day they asked me, "Oh, Kumu, can we go on the marae?" And I said, "That's your marae. You go on the marae whenever you want. That's yours." They said, "No, but Kumu, you open the marae. And so we need to check with you." And I said, "Oh, okay, I will work on it. And yes, please, you go on to the marae." So now preparation will be made. We will be revisiting it next year to make sure that the ceremony that was conducted is a ceremony that is rightful for the marae. And the second time I used the ceremony for the awa, I went to Seattle, Washington, and there, and again, connection, understanding aloha, knowing your gift, to be able to share and give your gift to others. That's our discussion today. And on this journey, I was just really trying to deeply find out my gifts. So when my dear friend called, and he is bringing a tall ship, and so these tall ships can be two thoughts. One, a disaster to what happened to Hawaii, because these tall ships were the ones that came, brought all the diseases that killed our population from almost 4 million people on this island alone to just 200,000 people within a period of 10 years. So these two tall ships could be something of a very, very bad thing. And then the other side, it could be a really, really nice thing that we brought the word of the Spirit here. So there's many ways on seeing these tall ships. Nonetheless, I was asked to go and do a blessing. So unbeknownst to how to do a blessing, what is being conducted, what is needed, I found all the gifts within myself, prepared this huge white cooler with 4 fresh coconuts, tea leaf lace, tea leaf, all the different foods that we need for blessing that I had no clue. I just know what we do here. This is what I provided. Got to the airport, they said, "How's your day?" And I said, "My day will be great if you can get this cooler on this plane with me and everything in it." So they said, "Okay, we'll try." Of course, it was overweight. I paid the money to get that cooler on. As soon as I landed, grabbed the cooler, it was still heavy. So I got it into my sister's truck. She drove me all the way to Port Townsend, which is about an hour and a half or hour, all the way from the Seattle SeaTac airport all the way up to Port Townsend. And there I opened up everything was there, even the coconuts. So I was really, really excited, laid everything out. Then I spoke with the captain. I said, we, him and I, being Kanaka, being people of Hawaii, we do what we do. And I told him, we will do a ceremony at 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And I gave him those times because we're in a society that believes in numbers versus trying to explain to them when the sun comes up, that's when the ceremony is. When the sun is directly above your head, that's the ceremony. And when the sun sets, that's the ceremony. But everybody likes that 6, 12, and 6. So that's the life that we are in. But I told them, we do us. And this is finding this gift. And this is the gift that I had to really, really dive into. So he said, "Kumu, there's a huge storm that's coming through the weekend." No worries. He goes, "No, Kumu, you can see it. The storm is coming." I said, "All right." So of course, knowing my gift, you have to know your gift in order to share your gift. So I said, yeah, it'll be fine. So the rain came, sweet, and went up. Then the morning of our ceremony, they said, Kumu, this is the heaviest time of the rain tomorrow morning. I said, perfect. After dinner, we'll dress the boat up. So I said, okay. So the tea leaves were gathered by my students in middle school. My hula students made the leis. My kupuna, the elders, cooked all the food that I was going to take up for the ceremony. And so I dressed the leis. We put the lei in the front of the tall ship, the lei touching the water, a lei from the back touching the water. I had these 6-foot leis ready to be pulled up on the tall mast. And then we had the awa because of the fresh coconut. So ready for 6 o'clock, well, when the sun came up. But because of the clouds, the sun was up even before we even gathered. So 6 o'clock, everybody gathered, did my first blessing, put the tea leaf in the water, it floated, started chanting, everything was wonderful, went on the ship, cleansed the ship, told the captain, I'll be back. So he went out. 10 o'clock was when all the native people came to the ship, the native people of Port Townsend. And so he said, Kumu, we're running just a little bit late. Remember 10 o'clock, right? I said, I'm here at 10 o'clock. I said, Kumu, we're just running a little late. And he said, one of the elders is coming and she's running late. I said, no worries. So I got on the ship. As soon as that elder walked onto the ship, rain just pondered on the ship. It just came down when this elder gathered underneath. So we had elders of Port Townsend or in that area, and then Hawaii. It rained. Then when I started to speak, the rain lifted. So that was our 10 o'clock ceremony. 12 o'clock, the water was now getting to low tide. I told the captain I want to take the boat out. All right, Kumu. So we journeyed all the way into the port. At 12 noon, I did the ceremony, blessing the ceremony with food. The lifting of these 2 leis went straight up to the middle of the shaft, the staff. And if you go into King Kamehameha Hotel, you'll see the significance towards the front of the display of Mr. Herb Kane. You'll see that these tall ships had feathers flying from the center mast. And this, many people don't know, but King David Kalakaua had a whole fleet of these tall ships, almost 40 of these tall ships, flying his flag, the Hawaiian flag, and these feathers that was flying from the mast. So that was our 12 o'clock. Then we went 6 o'clock. Now this is where it's really, really understanding your gift, to share your gift. If you're not sure what is going on. So we went, starting at 6 o'clock. Where's the coconut? Oh, Kumu, downstairs. I need those coconuts. All right. So I'm trying to crack this coconut open. And it's great that I had this little opener, this little, it's like a knife or a little, it's like an ice pick. So I went at the top and I pushed it in and the water came pouring out. And of course, everyone said, what's that? I said, oh, that's the new way of how we open up the coconut to get the water. Of course, they was waiting for me to husk the whole thing, crack the nut, and then pour the water. But this is a new way. Right there, pour the water out. As soon as I poured the water out and I put the bag of ava in it, wind from nowhere came and blew on this ship. Rain from nowhere came, just pondered on this ship. Everybody was just under this tent, and they were trying to pull the tent. And I was just mixing the ava in this cold weather now. Mixing the ava. The captain came to me and said, Kumu, are you all right? I go, yeah. Keep on mixing. Kumu, is everything okay? Yes. By this time, he's asking me because now all the people from Hawaii is staring at him and wondering, oh, what's going on the outside? Wind, rain, the tarp is just ripping. And I said, okay, now we're ready. I said, take this bowl and serve everybody that's here. I'm going to do the blessing. So I went out, I called upon all our kupunan from Hawaii to bless this ship. And then I said, all right, now I have to leave. And he said, what, Kumu? Because I have to leave. I'm going to drive with my sister all the way back. So we drove all the way back to Seattle. And then I met him the next day at the airport, flying home. And he said, Kumu, I'm in the lounge. Can you come and meet me? He goes, yes, yes, yes. So I checked my bags, went, met him up there. And the first thing he said, Kumu, not 5 minutes from when you drove away, everything calmed down. The wind stopped, the rain stopped. And all of us on the boat just looked at each other and said, what was that? And I said, that. I told him the next morning, that is confirmation of how we use our gift only if we know it. And like I said, this is only my second time I've worked with Ava in a ceremony. So it helped me to know my gift. Yeah? Makana Nou, Makana Iaku, to be able to share it. And so whether it's a miracle and ordinary, I just think it's such a blessing to be able to know that the journey that I'm on is a very blessed one. So thank you very much. It's tying our whole discussion in an ordinary. Anyone else, please come to the mic.
The microphone is open to anybody who wants to share.
I'm Margie, and I had gotten up a few minutes ago and went out because I just got information from my daughter-in-law that my son in Portland was able to go through his emergency appendectomy. He has a congenital venous malformation on his brain, so sometimes with going under anesthesia can be dangerous. So I'm so thankful.
So I'm here to say I'm feeling much better. A couple of people asked, a few weeks ago, I woke up one morning and my back went out. And I was in a lot of pain, my leg went numb. For a month straight, every day I had to take a muscle relaxant just to be able to stand up. If I went into the kitchen standing for like a minute, my leg would go numb and all painful. And I didn't know what the problem was. I saw a bunch of doctors. I was massaging myself, all kinds of stuff throughout that month. And then I woke up and it was gone. Yeah, and so I always feel like anything we're going through, it's about what are we learning, what are we thinking, what are we doing while we're in the middle of all that. I will add that I went for a CAT scan. And I've had CAT scans before, and they ask, oh, are you allergic to the iodine? Well, I don't think so. Well, let us know if you get itchy. And I sat up, I was talking to the girl who did it, and I started to feel itchy. I say, I'm feeling itchy. I think I'm kind of feeling itchy. And then I started feeling more and more itchy and more itchy. And then, so I spoke up, and she said, okay, let me get the doctor. And well, then when the doctor was coming, I started feeling like bumps on myself. I could feel, and the doctor came, and I started having like all the places I was feeling itchy, I was starting to feel bumps. And the doctor was like, okay, we're going to give you a Benadryl. and we'll see how that works. You know, the doctor's like, otherwise you go to the emergency room, but your throat might lock up on the way there. And, you know, like, so I'm like, okay. And the good news is the Benadryl worked just in the nick of time. Like, I felt my throat starting to, you know, I spoke up. It's like, my throat feels funny. I'm not talking right, you know? And they're like doctors panicking, you know, the doctor's kind of freaking out, you know, it's probably pretty serious. So I went through this whole thing and I just kept this joy about it. And I was like, okay, Spirit, whatever you're doing in me, work through me. And, you know, I just kind of wrote it out and everything settled back down. And I was fine by the time I got home. And so I had 2 ordinary miracles that were reminders that everything is just kind of passing through us. And to not take it too seriously, like, oh, I could die. But then what? You know, it's like, oh, okay, well, I hope everything's in order. So everybody I know knows I love them because that's really all that's important. I love you guys.
Any more?
So, a few years ago, I was on the mainland and I've been going to the Big Sisters, Big Brothers program of America, and I had a little sister for a number of years. So when I moved back, I was hoping there was another program like that, but there isn't. They don't have the Big Sisters program on this island. So I've been just kind of, you know, putting it out there that, you know, something like that. Well, meanwhile, my partner Joe joined an organization called Boys to Men on the west side of the island here. Recently, and I thought, wow, that'd be great if they had something like Girls to Women, you know. And so he said, well, you know, maybe you could start something like that. So I'm kind of thinking about that. Meanwhile, I went to get my hair cut with this woman who's now doing it out of her home, and she's volunteering at an orphanage in Malawi. And so I said, we were talking about that kind of thing. I said, oh, well, you know, my partner just joined Boys to Men, and she said, oh, you know what, my roommate is on the board there. And I went, oh, that's a coincidence. And she said, and also she belongs to this organization called Girls to Women. And I went, oh my God, you're kidding. And so she calls out her roommate, and the roommate begins to tell me all about the program, and am I interested? And I said, heck yeah. So there's an orientation coming up, and I'll be joining that organization. And we were both just at the coincidence of the whole thing, going, wow, I guess this is the way the universe works.
Yeah, it's beautiful the way the universe works. Johnny's coming out.
My name is My name is Johnny, and some of you know I kind of have the protective spirit thing going on. And I just started noticing there were some things that were uncool that were going on in the government. And I started telling people about them. And then I got a little upset about it. And I thought, well, what can I do? And then I realized that even as a protector, I still need to work on my voice. And so I started to speak up more and more about these things. And what happened was a lot of the attempt to make laws and things that go after rentals and farms and B&Bs and whatnot, they tabled it all because we brought awareness to the community that by shutting down a lot of rentals and going after housing and farms and such, that that's not something we wanted. So they tabled it till after the election. So at least that was something that we stopped until January. I guess it would be January when they can revisit it after they've hopefully not been reelected, some of the ones. And I thought that was just really amazing because no matter how much you think that you spoke up, right, that there's something more you can speak up about. So speak up and share your knowledge. Aloha.
Yes, I've been learning recently too about how important it is to speak up.
That was the point of my telling them I was
Yes.
Yeah, good God. I not spoke
Yeah. Good thing you spoke up. You could have died. Well, kind of indirect here, but I'm going to introduce Kumu. No, you've already. I'll make it quick. This is a short one. Kumu Ching is an educator, composer, song, Kumu Hula, He lives and breathes aloha into his Hawaiian heritage with his strong presence and great heart. Growing up on the island of Oahu at a young age, after many years learning and building knowledge, he graduated at the Uniki Rites to become a Kumu hula. He serves as Kumu for several halal, including 2 in Japan and 1 in Switzerland. He has been a practitioner of Ho'oponopono since 1999. Kumu Keala is a graduate of the University of Hawaii, Manoa, with a degree in early childhood education. He earned his master's degree in education from Chaminade University. He's fluent in the Hawaiian language, which he uses as a foundation for teaching students, both children and adults. Kumu is the co-founder and executive director of a foundation, Nawai Awi Ola. Did I say it correct?
Nawai Iwi Ola.
Thank you. My Hawaiian's not so good, but I'm learning. To learn more, visit his website, and I've got it here if anyone's interested. He's a teacher of the Hawaiian language and music at Konowaina Middle School for several years. Kumu recently accepted appointment as vice principal at Keala. He continues to offer Hawaiian language and hula classes for the community and a monthly talk story event called Under the New Moon, which takes place at the Outrigger, formerly Sheraton in Keala. I also was blessed this year because he was recommended to me kindly. He did a beautiful Hawaiian ceremony, celebration of life for my son at the beach at Makana, and it was powerful. So he's a man of many talents. Kumu.
No kiola, kila, kia, lolo, I ke mau, ki kai mali, no pa, mai la, kamakani o eka. Kanani o huala lai, kabaki ne o hawa iloa. Nai ho maluku kapala I hau kapalilua mauna loa kulana mauna ka he wai ke aku au hale ola ka o haleki ka pili ana o kanaka ia wahi hale ola kia pua ia na iwi na ke ola ola maila no ki haloha o ia ai na ku payana kamoha o kuana ki aloha 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 aloha. All right, repeat after me. E akahai e akahai it's beautiful that you have some of your desires to learn, but I always share with my students all over the world, why do you come? One, why do you come to an institution like this? Yeah, and they all say, I want to learn. And I say to them, you learn shit. And of course, y'all like, what? And I've been sharing this all the way up at Konowaina Middle. I will kind of downsize it over there to Keala Elementary. But nonetheless, I will get them to know why they come to the institution. We come to practice. As you practice, you begin to get better. When you practice, you get better. Then you tell yourself you have learned it. In the institution, we have to give assessments. And when we give assessments, we then realize they have learned it. So we don't come to institutions to learn. We come to practice. This is another mindset that we have to try and influence, especially in the elementary school level, so that we on this side can say, oh yeah, we have to practice. So let's practice. E akahai e. Let me tell you, it's better to listen from a Hawaiian versus reading it from a paper. Because on a paper, you're going to, E? E? That's E. A, ka, hi, E? So that's what you're going to be practicing. Because you're taking your Western language and you're influencing in these symbols that has been influenced by our Christians that came. So follow it from me. A is the letter E. E akahai e. E akahai e. E akahai e. Akahai is gentleness, and it's shared to us by Ms. Pilahi Paki, and she stood before a panel of state government workers as they were seeking to find out what is Aloha Spirit. And so as they were saying whatever Aloha they thought it was, of course we know the panel was made with no Hawaiians. Hence, Tutupilahi Paki stood up. There are probably one or two, but not versed enough to understand the beauty of Tutupilahi Paki. So she comes up and she does her chant, just like how I did my chant, calling upon all the elders within the clouds, the wind, the ocean, the mountains, so that they are here with us. That's what she did. And then she began to share these words, akahai, lokahi. And she used olu olu, ha'a ahonu. Yeah? And she explains every single word, which is what we're going to do right now. E akahai e. So gentleness is not just, oh, you're so cute. You're doing good. Gentleness is get in line, stand in one place, and look forward. That's gentle. And that is what I do up at Konoa in the middle. And now that I'm doing it there at Keala, teaching all our educators, akai, gentle. Nice, gentle cup. Get in line. Now. So they're getting it. Yeah? It's very, very clear with so much respect and love. That's what akahai is all about. So if you have selected this beautiful island to be your home, I suggest you learning it. And the reason is, I did at the King Kamehameha Day Parade. And this was very, very significant. They asked me, Kumu, can you be the protocol chant? I said, of course. I love to chant. So as the riders, the cars, driving by in the parade, they had this very beautiful gift that we call ho'okupu in this tea leaf wrapped ho'okupu, and they gifted it to the palace. So there in the palace, I said, all right, I need a table here in front of the palace. And they said, no, Kumu, we were instructed to take the ho'okupu straight into the palace. And I said, absolutely not. He goes, why, Kumu? I goes, because we don't take shit from the road and put it in our house. Nor do we do it in our own house. You stop, you look at it, then you take it in. All right, Kumu, all right. So we started to receive all of these gifts. So repeat after me. E akahai e. E lo kahiku. Lokahi is to be very, very connected to spirit, to people, and to the land. This is lokahi. Stand in lokahi, and we all are able to stand together, no matter what color skin. As long as we stand together, we cut our skin, we all bleed the same way. So there's no difference. Lokahi is to understand each other. Yeah? So, e akahai e. Elo kahiku. Oya I ono. Oya I ono. Oya I ono. In our school, we use the word oya I o. In our school, our mentor is Kawai Kapu Okalanihiwe. And he uses oya I o because oya I o means the truth. You live the truth, you speak the truth, and you walk the truth, which is very, very hard. It's hard, but we have to practice. Practice. Yeah. So the truth, as I shared, tutupilahi paki, use the word olu olu. But we're going to use oya I o. Repeat after me. E akahai e lo kahiku. Oya I ono. Now back to the parade. So as all these gifts, we closed the parade. The police just went by. They cleaned the road. And all these pop-up tents started to happen. I was there near the ho'okupu, opening it all up. This woman came with a lehulu, a feather lei, blue and yellow. And she tapped me on my shoulders and she said, "What is that?" And I said, "Oh, this is tea leaf." It just so happened there was a plant that was growing and it says, "See this leaf? This is tea leaf." She goes, "No, what is this?" And I said, "This is tea leaf. It's tea leaf. I'm telling you, it's tea leaf." Tapped me again. And she said, "What is that?" And I said, "Where were you at 8:30? Where were you?" She said, "Well, I just arrived." And I said, "Well, if you were here at 8:30, you would have known what these things are." And she walks away. As I'm trying to explain to her, she walks away. So of course, I'm like, whoa, boiling, because I'm an educator. If you give me the time, let me just tell you what you did wrong, and I will help you. She walks away. So I said, okay. So I continue to work on this ho'okupu. She comes back to me. And I want to remind you of this. She comes back to me. She says, "Where's the aloha?" And I went, "What is aloha to you? What is aloha?" And she said, "Well, aloha is hello, goodbye, and I love you. You are nowhere near this word that we use as aloha." And she walks away. Because I was about to explain to her. She walks away. So I said, I'll get the best of this one. Repeat after me. E akahai e. E lo kahiku. Oya I ono. Ha'a ha'a e. Ha'a ha'a means to be humble. And as my blood was boiling, I had to be very, very humble. I didn't want to go chase her down. I was humble. I was like, okay. I have the last laugh. So I said, ha'a ha'a e. Aho nui, aho nui, aho nui. And all of these words is what aloha is all about. And then we say aloha. So from the top. E akahai e. E lo kahiku. Oya I ono. Ha'a ha'a e. Aho nui, aho nui, aho nui, aloha. And then 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Again. E akahai e. E lo kahiku. Oya I ono. Ha'a ha'a e. Aho nui, aho nui, aho nui, aloha. e akahai e lo kahiku. Oya I ono ha e ahonui 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 aloha. So now for recording purposes on our YouTube channel, let's all do it together. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and. E akahai e lo kahiku. Oya I ono ha e ahonui 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 aloha. E akahai e lo kahiku. Oya I ono ha e ahonui 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 aloha. E akahai e lo kahiku. Oya I ono ha e ahonui 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 aloha. Now you're gonna wonder, why did Kumu do it 3 times? The first time you probably miss Oya I o. You're like, oh, I missed the word. So we do it again. Then the second time goes, did he say ahonui 3 times or 2 times? Oh, then we do it the 3rd time because now we got it, right? So that's the reason why I do it 3 times. If you got it on the first one, yay. If you get it on the second one, awesome. If you need 5, go for it. There's no rule. Why is there no rule? Because I wrote it. I wrote it. I'm telling you. Yeah, because everybody starts passing on, oh no, you have to do it 3 times because 3 times is so, oh hell no. You do it as it fulfills your gift. Because when you fulfill your gift, you're able to share your gift. Hey, Makana Nou, you gotta identify your gift. When you identify your gift, practice, practice, practice so that you are able to share it. Makana Yaku, give it out. Give your gift. If you don't, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose your gift if you don't share it. Give your gift. All right? So it's my turn to get back. So I was asked to open up the whole entire event. So I started outside by the road, chanted to all my kupuna of Hurihe'e, walked in and through the house and ended up on the ocean side of Hurihe'e Palace. And as I greeted everyone, I told the MC, I said, I would like the microphone. Okay, Kumu gave me the microphone. And I said, everyone, I want to introduce myself. My name is Kumu Keala Ching. And the reason why I want to introduce myself is because I was approached by a woman wearing a blue, yellow lehulu lei, pointing at me and saying, where's the aloha? And I turned to her and I said, explain to me what is aloha to you. And she said, hello, goodbye, and I love you. And I was about to say, there's more to this word aloha, but she walked away. And I wanted her to know that I'm not just no person on the side of the road. I'm a very centered cultural specialist that is educating people. And you don't treat me that way. I'm here to help you. Yeah? And it doesn't make you wearing a blue feather lei an authority of my culture. Be open. Be open to receive. And this is what I want everyone to know. 1, the A in aloha is akahai, the gentleness. The L in aloha is lokahi, the unity, relationship with the spirit, whoever it, he, she, it may be for you. Connect to the spirit. It's the relationship to people, to the land. By this time, all of my local kupuna, all the Hawaiian kupuna, they all stood up on their. Who did that to Kumu Keala Ching? And I was continuing. I said, oh yeah, it was the truth. live the truth, speak the truth, and walk the truth. Be able to understand this. Humbleness. Humbleness is very, very important. And the way we embrace humbleness is a true matter of nanakamaka. Look with your eyes. Pa'akawaha. Shut your mouth. Because when you look with your eyes, you learn so much more. And if she would just stand there and just watch, she would have seen all the gifts coming out of those tea leaves. If you just watch. So many of our newcomers that are coming into Hawaii, they're not used to that. And this is where I want to encourage you. Get used to shutting your mouth, open up your eyes. You will learn so much more by just observing. And as you observe, you will absorb all the knowledge that is amongst us. But if you ask too many questions, you are talking, you cannot hear what is being told to you. So you have to shut your mouth. And I explained to the group, Pa'akuaha is not shutting you out, it's shutting all these questions that's coming in our minds. Ask them, what color is that? Why is that? Why are you wearing that? Why is this? Shut them out so that you are able to observe. You are able to see. You're able to pick up everything that is amongst us. But we have to practice that because we come from societies where we have to ask questions. Every single question. Why? How? What? But if you just calm yourself down, open your eyes, and see it. Hawaiians do everything 10, 12, 15 times. If you just watch. If you just watch, it's going to be shared. It's not going to be shared now, tomorrow, next week, the next month. But let me tell you, it will be shared. You just have to find that time to be very patient. And very patient is what we're looking for. So to understand our makana, know your makana. Your makana is your gift. Once you are able to understand your gift, you're able to share it. And my gift that I want to share with you is shut them all out so that you're able to observe, acknowledge, and be able to practice what is about here in Hawaii. Yeah? Let's chat. E akahai e. E lo kahiku. Oya I ono. Ha e. Ahonui, 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 aloha. E akahai e. E lo kahiku. Oya I ono. Ha e. Ahonui, 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 aloha. I think we have more time for just one question. No, I'm just kidding. I think we have some questions. Anyone has any question? Comment, thought? I'll sit back. All right, go ahead. You want to come to the microphone so everyone in Cyberland can hear you, please?
That microphone?
Yes. Oh. Just for our gang out there in Cyberland.
I'm really filled with emotion right now. So, in a moment. I have been listening to you for many years, especially at school. And I'm so grateful that you're going to be responsible at communicating. working with the children here have been an amazing journey for me. I grew up very differently, and but I realize how blessed I am to come here and learn the Hawaii way. I knew when my plane landed here that Spirit had that I was here to grow and discover. And boy, I just could not have imagined what all that was about. But you have brought together so many lessons today for me, and I knew I couldn't miss what you were teaching. And I know I still have a journey ahead and many gifts to share. And oh gosh, you're so brave. Oh Lord, because we are on this journey together, and we all need different support and different gifts to share. And now I just mahalo for the courage, because now I have a lot more courage today to go out there and keep doing it. Mahalo.
Anybody else have any comment or an idea or a question for Kumu? It's very, very special that he's here. Take advantage. Come on, Johnny.
I've just been very fortunate to enjoy your hula classes and you sharing things over the years, but I think you take it to a whole other level, and I don't know if there's a book or whatnot. I know I'm going to the Capitol, and I'm going to propose that they incorporate or hook up with you on your vision. Maybe there's a way that the state can incorporate what you just shared with us on the state level as a common thing to bring awareness. So thank you.
I'm also a language teacher, and I think Kumu is very wise to teach the chant without any, visual. But I did prepare some copies, so now that now that you know it, you can take it home, and probably, it will be a help. And if any of you have studied Spanish, the vowels in Hawaiian are pronounced fairly close to the vowels in Spanish. And you have to pronounce everything, so you don't, have silent letters. So I'll put it on the side table there next to the holding box in case anyone wants to
Yeah, I knew that the paper was printed, but I'm not sure where they were and if everybody got it, but I said, just go for it. So yeah, a lot of things, and the way I love teaching is just follow me, gang. And this is the way our kupuna really taught. Just really, really trust me and and I will guide you the way. My English name, or the Christian name, is Michael. And so my Christian name is Michael. My Hawaiian name is Keala. Keala means the pathway. Michael, of course, St. Michael's, the one that protects the journey. So I'm really, really blessed to have these two names. I'm actually working on switching them because everyone on Hawaii Island responds to Kumu Keala and not Michael. If Michael is heard, I'm gonna keep on walking. That's me, but that's me in Oahu Island. There's only people who know me by Michael in Oahu Island. Most people know me on Hawaii Island as Keala, and those that will call me by Michael, it's just because they feel like they need to get into whatever issues that they have with me, but I don't pay attention. I just keep on walking. You just have to let it go. But I knew that was prepared, and I just said, just trust me, we can do it. So mahalo nui, Masha.
Can I add one thing? That is such an important, I've studied with so many Hawaiian teachers. You're one of my favorite ceremonialists also. What I've learned from Hawaiian teachers is to trust spirit, to trust the Amakua, to trust that we're not alone. And we in the Western mind, it's like, oh, but I need to see it. I need to have like my crutch or whatever it is that I think I might need. But when I'm present, I learned so much more, and that's what I learned from the Hawaiians. Trust that you can learn this trust, and so thank you for that lesson today also.
I dare to speak up. I would like to make a comment to your name, Michael. Its Hebrew origin is me, ha, el. El is a word for God. Any way for spirit, for any way you see God. Ha is equal, and me is who. So really your name is like who is like spirit. It could be Kumu Keala Ching, who is like spirit, but it could also be a question, who? To the world, to each one who listens. Who is equal to spirit? We all have spirit. We all are spirit. So that has your beautiful name. Thank you.
Kona kai o kumu, ahe ahe o muala. Beautiful Kona i kalai, ohu 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 ala. Nani vale Kona i Oh, le oh, lama lama Keala. Aunana kona kufana lama lama keali Nani vale kona ikalai oh 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 ala Lama lama una
Thank you, Kumu. Well, it's time for announcements. You get to go first.
Oh, what is our announcements? I think we mentioned we have the last Tuesday of every month. We have Under the New Moon that's located at the outer, the old Sheraton. It's on the north side of the ramp that goes up to the lobby of the hotel near the chapel there. It starts at 5 and then it'll end at 6:30. Again, that's the last Tuesday of every month. And then I offer classes there at the Outrigger on Mondays. We have community hula class that begins at 4 o'clock and we go to about 5:30. And then I have a Hawaiian language class that we meet on the inside at the Aloha Center. And we have several events that are going to be coming up. One is the third Saturday in November. This is a hula event that normally starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then this year will end at 4:30, 5 o'clock. It just has all these halau that's going to be coming and just dancing their hula. Every 30 minutes, a halau will present. We got halau coming from a hula school coming from Japan. We got a hula school coming from Europe, a hula school coming from Kauai. That's going to be shared. It's a free event. We'll have some arts and crafts available. food will be sold by the hotel. So again, that's the third Saturday in the month of November. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We have events coming up here as well at the New Thought Center. Of course, here every Sunday at 10 o'clock. You can be in person here at the center or by live stream. And anytime you can go back and watch any of the sessions that we've had. I don't know how far back in time, but I guess they're all there. The next 3 Sundays, next Sunday is the 11th, Laura Prince. Her presentation is called Connections, and the music will be by Mahina. On the 18th, Jin and Wong, Tai Chi, Tao, and Nicole Apele, music by Dick Franklin. On the 25th of this month, Annapurna, Sarada, AUM, and the 4 States of Consciousness, music by Lori Kali. We have weekly classes here on Mondays from 4:30 to 5:30. Jin and Wong teaches Tai Chi and Qigong, $15 per class. There is a discounted monthly rate of $48, and you pay on the first Monday. Monthly events. We have produce giveaway, and that's today. There is produce in the back of the room there. You help yourself, and anybody can bring in produce at any time, but the first month is officially the day. Sometimes nature gives it not necessarily the first of the month. Right. They're all freely taken and given, so take what you can use. On the second Sunday, we have the Crystal Bowl meditation in the Hanua room right over here, and that'll be next Sunday. That it goes from 9 to 9:30, and it is free. And there is an optional donation to the Thought Center. At the end of the month, the last Sunday of August, which lands on the 25th, we will have our end of month potluck, and that is really fun to come to. Obviously, the service here, and then potluck afterwards. Time to really meet and greet and talk and visit and share food. On Saturday, August 10th, we have a workshop with Maria Mann, Ancestral Healing Movement in the Honua room, $50. Or you can ask, went there. It's good. Or you can ask about the Kama'aina rate also.
There was just a lot of energy on $50.
Oh, clear the microphone out for a second. I don't know. An energy glitch. On Sunday, September 8th, we have for new members. Membership forms are on the entryway table. So over here, if you're interested in becoming a member, there are forms. You can take those with you today or fill them out and leave them here. This next month, we'll be having our membership. Okay, where was I? There is help wanted. We have childcare provided here at New Thought or the Keiki. Sundays, 9:45 to 11:45. And we do ask that you make a reservation ahead of time so we can have somebody available. And we are looking for other people to help out with that if no one knows. We have an invitation. You're invited, to submit prayer requests to the New Thought Prayer Ministry. You can fill out a form for anyone, for yourself or anyone else. You just have to have that anyone else's permission. And you put it in the wooden Honu box on the table over here. And you'll be prayed on for a week, or for those of us on the prayer ministry. If you sign the guest book and you're new here, you will get a weekly e-newsletter, or you can sign up on our website, which is www.newthoughtcenterofhawaii.com. Does anybody else have any announcements that they'd like to share? The microphone is open. Any announcements for anybody?
Are you going to share about lunch?
Oh, lunch, yes. Thank you for reminding me, Pasha. Lunch. We're going to go to lunch. And the Monago is closed on Sundays, I'm sorry. But we're going to go right up here to the local restaurant right on the property here, the Chinese restaurant. How many people would like to go sit with Kumu for lunch? We get a head count so we can get a table ready. 1, 2. Guess that's a small group today. Thank you. Any other announcements? Ideas, questions, feedback?
Hi, I'm Amanda. Maybe we could add it officially for next week, but I last weekend finished my Akashic reading certification. And so I'm offering free readings through the month of August, and that's open to anybody on the mainland, other continents, the island. So whoever is interested, please reach out. And maybe if someone from online reaches out, we can figure out how to connect. So if you would like any more information or anything, just let me know. It's free offer to everybody. So thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Anybody else? Any other ideas? Announcements. Well, we've had a beautiful Sunday here. Some more music. That would be lovely. Yeah.
Aloha.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Thank you.
So that we can honor everyone's time. Mahalo nui, everyone. We'll get in a circle.
We're going to stand and get in the circle.
More on this side.
E Hawaii e nuru o te ana e Kuru o me na iwi me O lino a wina o no lino E Hawaii aloha E haole na o ilo Hawaii E oli Ai na age makani e Hawaii Maute aloha no Hawaii E kanima o lani o maua aloha e Hawaii Na mea o no kamaha no luna mai E Hawaii aloha E haole na o Hawaii Ai na age makani e Hawaii Maute aloha no Hawaii Na hea kua e manama mai a O maua lono aloha nei O maukana whaiua nino mau O maumala uana nihe E haoli na Hawaii Mai na ane makani e Hawaii Maute aloha aloha Hawaii Maute aloha aloha Hawaii